Ricochet and Dragunov in the first round.
Did I call it or did I call it? Like
Holy
that match.
cow!
And then say not to downplay the rematch between Gunther and Sheamus, because that was an absolute slap fest.
Yeah.
And holy mother, did he light Sheamus up.
Did you see his back? Like, his fingerprints were still on his shoulder blade.
Dude, they could have taken DNA and fingerprints off of Sheamus' chest.
Oh, man. That's everything I thought. What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the 5-Star Jobbers Podcast. I'm Cody.
And I am so freaking excited for Kraken this weekend.
It's going to be awesome.
Tifton, Georgia.
I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. But we're going to get into that here in just a little bit, and we've got a great segment coming up that we're going to get into with the tournament that's going to be going on at Kraken. But first off, let's get into some business here. First of all, we want to thank every single one of you supporting us and for subscribing to our YouTube channel and liking all of our content. So if you haven't yet, go to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our content. We've got commentary episodes. We've got all the episodes from Season 2 available. And go check out our podcast if you're an audio listener as well. We're on all streaming platforms where podcasts are, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everything. Also, we're on social media. If you haven't checked it out yet, we're on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. But we want to get into some upcoming events that are going to be going on. And we're excited about one in particular. But a lot of great things are happening. But let's get into it so far. May 18th, this Saturday, Southern Wrestling Tradition presents Extraction at the Pavo Peacock Center in Pavo, Georgia. Doors open at 6 p.m. and the bell time is at 7. So it's going to be a great event. If you're in the Pavo area, you don't want to miss out on that. But also, May 17th and 18th, Kraken Pro Wrestling in association with the Alzheimer's Association is going to be presenting Kraken for a Cause and the Kraken Classic. It's a 2-day event, and a tournament will be going on to crown their very first champion. It's going to be an awesome event. It's going to be in Tifton, Georgia at the American Legion Fairgrounds. The Friday event on the 17th is at 7 p.m. Don't miss out on it. And the Saturday event is at 2 p.m. So really, if you're in the Georgia area around Tifton and Pavo, you could take in 3 events back to back. I mean,
can you handle that many events back to back?
I don't know. I mean, that's a lot of wrestling, but
it's quite the wrestling load.
It is. Like I always say, you were a filthy, filthy man. But we have something to get to. An important order of business. If you haven't seen it on our social media or on Kraken's Facebook page, there has been a contest going on to see who will win 2 tickets to both days of the Kraken Classic.
Not just tickets, VIP tickets.
It's going to be a great deal. So
now, I've always tried to be IP, but I'm not as IP as these VIP tickets will be. So we are excited. We have the Wheel of Destiny
right here. So ladies and gentlemen, we have the wheel for all the people that have followed the steps to be entered into this tournament. I'm sorry, this is not a tournament. I guess you could call it a tournament. A giveaway, a
sweepstakes.
Sweepstakes. There we go. That's a better word.
That's the legal term.
Yeah,
we won't get sued for that one.
Yeah, hopefully not. But anyway, these are all the people that have been entered into the sweepstakes to win these tickets. And we want to thank everybody that has subscribed to Kraken Pro Wrestling's YouTube channel and their Facebook page and everything that they've got going on. We could not be more excited about partnering with this promotion and working with these guys to present a great product and present great wrestling for all the fans of Tifton, Georgia. But I'm excited to see who's going to win this contest here. Like I want to say, thank you to everybody that has entered into this, but let's get into it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to spin the wheel here, and whoever it lands on is going to be the winner of this sweepstakes. So
why do you get to spin the wheel?
Because I'm the one that put this together.
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah. Anyway, here we go. 3, 2, 1, spinning the wheel. Who's it going to land on? Who is going to win this? The winner of the sweepstakes is Cindy Hart.
Cindy Hart, you just won 2 VIP tickets for both nights to Kraken.
I cannot thank everybody enough for being a part of this and for entering the sweepstakes. But Cindy Hart, congratulations. You have won the 2 tickets for both days of Kraken for a Cause and the Kraken Classic.
Heck yes, Cindy. You can reach out to us directly via social media or to Kraken Pro Wrestling. Message them directly via Facebook, social media, and we will get you those tickets as soon as possible. But congratulations. Can't wait to see you there. It's going to be a great weekend.
Absolutely. All right. So, with Kraken Pro Wrestling coming up this weekend and the tournament going on to crown the first champion, I figured, it would be a great idea to just go over all the different entries that are in this tournament and to just give our picks or give our thoughts and opinions on the different competitors that are in this tournament.
Talk about the competitors. For those who may not know who each of these competitors are, we're lucky to be, to have seen most. I'm pretty sure everybody on this ticket we've seen before.
Yeah, definitely.
So we can give a little insight for those who may not have seen them and let them know what they're going to see. And then, give our, I would call professional opinions,
more or less.
No one's paying me for it, but I give it. It's something I give whether people ask it or not.
Exactly. It's that unsolicited advice or unsolicited, opinions that we're well known for. Anyway, so we have the first round matchups that are going to happen on the Friday night event, and it's going to be incredible. So, first round matchups. So you've got Hold My Beer Hansen going one-on-one with J2 Strong. Now, for those of you that were there at the last event in March, J2 Strong faced Brandon Watley in the main event, and what a fantastic main event. If you didn't get to watch it, it's on Kraken YouTube channel. This match was incredible. We got to see both talents in the ring, and, despite the underhanded tactics that J2 Strong uses whenever he's in competition with someone, of course, having just in case in his corner.
He calls them underhanded tactics. I say competitive advantage using, what it takes to win. He's always going to try to skew against people, trying to win. That's what losers do. But the winners, all right, the winners don't talk about how they won. They just win and move on to the next. J2 Strong's a guy who likes to win. And yeah, does he have people like Just In Case in his corner? Yes, he does. I mean, I don't want to go to a match where someone's going to try to bash my face in and not have support. That sounds stupid to me. So, J2 Strong, smart guy, good wrestler, but Hold My Beer Hansen, seasoned veteran, not to mention owner of the company. I mean, he's got his friends too. He might come to the ring alone, but he's definitely not alone with the locker room in the back. So this is going to be a great match. Both great wrestlers, different styles. So, we'll see how this goes, but, come on. I've got to give this one to Jay. Hold My Beer Hansen's a great guy, but, Jay Strong, he's at the peak of his athletic, prime. Hold My Beer Hansen is, he's maybe, a couple ticks older. He's closer to my age. We've seen a couple more days. All right. And the hip joints, they pop a little more.
But, and my take on this is, Hold My Beer Hansen is an incredible competitor, has the size advantage on J2 Strong.
Definitely got a size advantage.
But yeah,
it's all them Waffle House All-Star Specials.
There you go.
Hey. Thank you, Waffle House, and thank you for the All-Star Special.
But, I'm kind of on the same track as you on this one. J2 Strong, I'm going to give this first round to him. Nothing against Hold My Beer Hansen. Great tag team competitor. Him and Huck are fantastic. We got to see them against Unrated at the last event.
Yeah, if this is a tag team match, I'd give it to All-Star Special. I give it to Hansen. But, as far as singles match goes, yeah, I've got to give it to Strong. He's just, like I said, he's in the prime of his career. He's smart. He's cutthroat. He's going to do whatever it takes to win.
See, and that's where I go with my pick on this, because I'm going with J2 Strong on this as well, simply for the fact, he's a great competitor. Not taking anything away from him, but when you have Just In Case and Lamar Diggs, the business in your corner, you've got to know that they're going to play a factor in this match. And so I would love for Hold My Beer Hansen to make it to the next round, but I just don't see the odds in his favor with this, with J2 Strong and Just In Case and Lamar Diggs, the business, having an upper hand in this tournament. So I got to go J2 Strong on this one.
J2 Strong,
love you, Hold My Beer Hansen, but hopefully I'm wrong.
I'll hold your beer for you, and after you do the job, we'll have another beer. How about that? You don't have to win to have a good day in a professional wrestling match.
True. Next first round matchup, we've got the original Gothic gangster, Trevor Aeon, going one-on-one with Eddie Honcho.
Oh, see my boy Eddie, the dancing sensation, sweeping the nation every single day. I love Eddie. I love it. I want to give it to him. I want to say he's going to win this match, but after what we saw last time at Kraken with Trevor Aeon, like he ain't coming to play games.
Absolutely not.
And this is a guy that, like I say, he's well-traveled. He's been all over the world. He has wrestled in with AEW in the AEW dark matches. I mean, he's seen some significant talent in his lifetime, and that alone, I love you, Eddie, but I got to give this one to Trevor.
Yeah, same here. I mean, Trevor is on a path of destruction right now, and coming off a victory, fresh off of easy for me to say, beating Trey Shaw in an incredible matchup, and you can watch that also on Kraken's YouTube channel. I mean, I don't see Trevor coming off of a victory and then losing momentum in this matchup in the first round.
No, I mean, Eddie's got the size advantage over him, but, Trevor's a very versatile athlete. He moves quick, he hits hard.
But then you also got to play a factor, could Eddie be a wild card in this tournament? Because,
I think
Trevor
if anybody's going to be a wild card, it's going to be Eddie.
Right. Well, we've also got one more that I'm going to hold as a wild card, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
But, we'll talk about that later. But, we've seen Eddie in action. We've seen
Eddie's fantastic.
What he can do with a slew of other competitors. I mean, Eddie's a fantastic competitor. Eddie's got the size advantage on Trevor as well. But, as far as, the momentum taking into a factor in this matchup, I got to give it to Trevor Aeon.
Yeah, I mean, unless Eddie stops dancing and starts getting angry, and he's got an ability to turn on a vicious side, and if he can bring out that vicious cutthroat, wants to win no matter what, Eddie can be. I mean, he could go all the way with this. But like I said, if we get the dancing sensation that sweeps the nation, and he's pandering to the crowd, Trevor Aeon's going to take this from him. So, Eddie, I love you, man. Bring the fire and the desire, and try to go all the way with it, buddy.
You are so eloquent in the way that you described everything about Eddie Honcho, like the dancing sensation, sweeping the nation. I don't know how you come up with these things.
I only get paid so much to say them.
But anyway, next first round matchup, we've got the Flying Fro, Michael Walker, going one-on-one with another member of the business, Lamar Diggs. Now, I know what you're going to say about this, John, because, I mean, in your mind, this should be a no contest.
This is like, when I would take on my brother's friends, who are 8 years older than me, when I was 8 years old and they were full-grown adults.
Well, but here's the thing.
Like, he's got more weight in his hair than he has in the rest of his body. Lamar Diggs has more weight in one fist than Michael Walker has in both of his legs.
But here's the thing, though. You can't count out Walker just because of his size, because he's been an underdog throughout his entire career. I mean, battling scoliosis,
that's true,
having a major surgery and having to battle from that, and then being on the trajectory that he's on right now. I mean, he can only go up from here.
There is something to be said for mental toughness. I mean, absolutely, this guy's won matches. I mean, I've seen him win matches that he had no business winning, but I don't know. Lamar Diggs is just an absolute brute force, competitor, and
we've seen him take out Jack Miles in what was. I wish that we could have seen more of this. I don't like that just in case got the win the way that he did.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the other thing, too, is that not only is Lamar going to have a significant size and power advantage, he also is going to have J2 Strong and Just in Case in his quarter. So, like I said, Michael Walker is going to come at this, and he's going to fight the fight of his lifetime against Lamar Diggs in this match. And, miracles do happen, so there's a possibility that he pulls out a W here. But sans the moon turning red and the sun darking out and the end time's coming, I'm going with Lamar Diggs on this one.
See, and I'm going to disagree with you on here. See, I think the underdog mentality is going to come out in Michael Walker, and I think that he's going to pull out a victory over Lamar Diggs in this first round matchup. Call me crazy, but
hey, crazy.
But either way, I'm going to go with Michael Walker on this one. I think the underdog is going to pull it out. I think the Flying Fro is going to show us something that we've never seen before.
It's a bold strategy, Cody. Let's see if it works for you.
We'll see. And then our last of our first round matchups, we have a first time ever matchup. Trey Shaw, the Ripper, Trey Shaw going one-on-one with the Prophet, Brother Azriel. Now, it's surprising to me that these two have never crossed paths before. This is the first time we've seen these two in action against each other. But this is probably going to be the toughest decision that we've had so far with any of these picks. Just because, I mean, Brother Azrael coming off of a win from the Mongrel in the last event, and Trey Shaw, who lost to Trevor Aon in his match, he's going to come back hungrier and more vicious than ever in this first round match.
Trey Shaw he's a absolute elite level talent. Brother Azrael has a unique offense and a unique style, a unique body shape that it poses a threat to any competitor. And I'm with you on this one. This is probably the hardest one to pick. Both fantastic competitors. Both have different strengths and weaknesses. This is the first time they're ever meeting. I hope they've done their homework. And I think whoever does their homework and whoever preps best is going to be the winner of this match. Pistol to my gonads, I'm going to have to say Trey. I'm going to pick Trey Shaw on this one. I think he's going to come back. I think that loss to Trevor Aon is stuck with him since last time, and he's coming out. He's much angrier than Brother Azrael is in this situation. So, I mean, like I said, I'm not 100% on that pick, but like I said, if I absolutely have to make a choice, I'm going to pick Trey Shaw on this one.
See, and I'm going to go kind of how your mentality was with Lamar Diggs and Michael Walker. I'm thinking, because we saw the match with Mongrel and Brother Azrael, we saw the attempt that Mongrel tried to pick up Brother Azrael for his finishing move, but was unsuccessful.
And the Mongrel is a beast of a human. Did you see his Did you see his MMA debut the other day?
Oh my goodness!
He absolutely annihilated his opponent in less than a minute. I mean, complete TKO stoppage by the referee. And the Mongrel, the Mongrel did not throw his weight around with Brother Azrael. So, I mean, don't get it twisted, guys. If you don't know him, that don't mean nothing. Brother Azrael is a force to be reckoned with.
Absolutely. So, my pick on this one, I'm going to go with Brother Azrael because, Trey Shaw, like we said before, is coming off of a momentum of he's hungrier now than ever because he is not taking that loss lightly against Trevor Aon. And I don't think that this is going to be the last time we see them in a match against each other.
I hope not. I mean, I hope to see multiple matches like that.
But, at the end of the day, I'm going to say Brother Azrael comes out with the victory in this. And I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll just have to see how it goes from here.
Absolutely.
But 3 things I want to go over in this tournament because I want to get our picks for this. Of course, we're going to have our overall winner. Mm-hmm. We're going to pick the overall winner. I want us to pick who's going to be the wild card in this tournament, who's going to be the fan favorite to win this one, and then who is going to be our overall pick. So, wild card, who you got for this one?
Well, I said it earlier. Wild card. I mean, if there's somebody who could absolutely surprise us all, and if they bring out that killer instinct that I know is there, then it's my man Eddie Honcho.
Okay. See, my wild card for this one, I'm going to go Michael Walker.
Michael Walker?
I'm going to say, because, like I said before, he is the true underdog in this. Nobody's expecting him to pull out a win in this. So I think that Michael Walker has a chance of going all the way in this. And then fan favorite, like who would you say that the people are rooting for to win this entire thing?
Oh, I mean, it's tipped in Georgia, so I mean, it's hard to pick one fan favorite. Obviously, Hold My Beer Hansen. I mean, he's the man who brought Kraken Pro Wrestling to Tifton, Georgia. So I mean, and if you go by the pop that he got at the last event, I mean, he's definitely over in Tifton, Georgia. So who's going to be the most over in the first round? I've got to say it's going to be Hold My Beer Hansen.
Okay, see, I'm going to go a different route here because I love Hold My Beer Hansen, and I think that he's well over with the crowd. He got a great pop in his match. But I'm going to go on Trevor Aon.
Yeah.
Because I think that the fans are firmly behind him in the ring. I think a lot of people are expecting him to come out on this as the champion ultimately. And
that's my expectation.
And I don't know if that's going to be the case, but I know that a lot of people are seeing Trevor Aon and seeing him in action and thinking this is going to be the guy that's going to come out victorious in this. So I'm thinking Trevor Aon is the fan favorite in this one. But now, who we got as the overall winner? Who you think is going to win this and walk away with the first ever championship in Kraken Pro Wrestling?
Money down. If I have to put money down on this, which I'm not, but if I were to put money down on this, It's got to be Trevor Aon. He's got the experience. He's in the prime of his career. He's just got that extra edge. I mean, like, to me, compared to the rest of these guys in the tournament, I mean, Trevor keeps his focus. He's unbeatable in this tournament.
See, and I'm going to probably pick something that's, this may be a shot in the dark. This may be a wild guess. But based on everything and all these competitors in this tournament and everything that everybody has to fight for and going into this, I'm going to go with Michael Walker winning the entire thing. I just, like I said, Walker is the underdog in this tournament. We've seen the underdog come out on top. We've seen Rocky beat whatever his name is.
Rocky beat a lot of people. Rocky beat Apollo Creed. Rocky beat Mr. T. I mean, Rocky beat
the big Russian guy.
Drago,
yeah. See, it's been a while since I've watched Rocky, but I know that he fought a giant Russian in the match. But
I'm sorry, he's a child.
Hey, I know my '80s movies. Okay.
You think Michael Walker's gonna? What do you got? You got the ends on this or something like that?
No,
did you pay money for someone to take a dive here?
No.
You're really gonna tell me that you believe Mike? First of all, you picked him as the underdog, but now you're saying you're picking him to win the whole thing. Michael Walker, are you serious?
Listen. He is an underdog in this tournament, and I think that Michael Walker is going to surprise all of us. I think that he's going to be the one that people look at and go, there's no way that he's coming out on this on top. Because, I mean, look, he's got Lamar Diggs in the first round.
He's got Lamar Diggs in the first round. Like I say, if you're talking about somebody who's got one of the hardest roads to get to the tournament to the last match on Saturday, it's Michael Walker.
But here's the thing. I think that he's going to come out on top. Well, I'm going to go with Michael Walker on this one.
If he comes out on top, I'm calling shenanigans on you.
I'm just saying.
All right.
But anyway, those are our picks for the tournament, and we're looking forward to Kraken Pro Wrestling this weekend. If you haven't gotten tickets yet, and you're wanting someplace to go this weekend and take in great pro wrestling, go check out Kraken Pro Wrestling, and go check out SWT. Whichever one that you want to go to, but go and support your local promotions.
Now, before we move on, there are some other matches that we need to talk about real quick. I mean, we just covered the tournament, but we cannot. I'm not going to cut out some people here, okay? Because we've got two other major matches going on this week, other than just the tournament matches.
That's true.
We have got the Academy Championship.
My boy Xander King coming off that victory against Logan Stevens.
Hold that title, Xander. Take that title to bed with you tonight, and every night for the rest of this week. Caress it lovingly, because you're not leaving Tifton, Georgia with that title.
I beg to differ, John.
All right, we'll see how it goes. But I you're gonna pander to the crowd, Xander. You're gonna hoot and holler. You're gonna be the fan favorite that you are, and someone's gonna knock your lights out for that title. And you know who it's gonna be? Tell me who it's gonna be, Cody.
I'm not gonna say it because it's not gonna happen.
But who's it gonna be? Who could it be?
Kevin Cantrell. I'm not knocking Kevin Cantrell. We've seen Cantrell in action. I have no doubt that he is going to take it to Xander King. But at the end, we've seen what happens when Xander King gets that momentum. He has that never say never, never die, never give up spirit.
Kevin Cantrell is a machine.
Absolutely.
Kevin Cantrell is a wrestling machine, and he is a battle-tested war horse. That is not a moniker. That is just an accurate description of Kevin Cantrell. And I'll tell you what, Kevin Cantrell, if he was in the tournament, would be my favorite to win the whole darn thing. I mean, everybody that's in the tournament should be thankful that Kevin Cantrell has got his eyes focused on Xander King and not them. But come Saturday, there's going to be a new Academy Championship, and it's one that we can all be proud of. And he'll bring glory and honor to the name of Academy Wrestling, of the Wrestling Academy.
I still say Xander King's going to come out on top on this. My boy Xander is going to walk out with gold just like he did the last event.
You and your love for the underdog, Cody.
I'm telling you, man. But then we got the other match that's going to be going on, the cash-in, cash-out scramble. This is going to be a chaotic match, to say the least.
I can't believe, I've never seen a match like this before. I can't believe what these guys are doing. They're putting their paychecks on the line.
We got
guys
first
coming.
time I've seen this.
We've got guys coming 4, 6, 8 hours away from where they live, and they could be coming, wrestling, and leaving for free.
True.
I mean,
we'll have to see how it goes.
I'll tell you what, and the fact of the matter is there may not even be a winner. It's a 6-minute scramble match, and if no one wins, then the money stays in the pot, and we may not get a winner till the next event. This is the craziest stipulation for a match I've ever heard of. Wrestlers for putting their paychecks on the line. I mean, if my paycheck's on the line, I'm coming out with chairs, I'm coming out with brass knucks, I'm coming out with knives, guns, and fireworks.
We don't even know the stipulations of this. We don't know if it's no disqualifications. We don't know if it's going to be just contained in the ring or what the case is.
Oh, it's not getting contained in the ring, dude. Yeah. You put people's food and welfare on the line. This is going to be a violent match.
Absolutely.
And I can't wait to see it.
It's going to be good. But one to watch out for in this match, and I think everybody kind of puts him on the back burner and doesn't realize how powerful he is and how quick he is. Young Mighty Joe. He's one of those people that
never count out crazy. And
exactly.
A guy
he is the wild man for a reason.
And a man who was raised in the jungle. Has been domesticated slightly. I mean, he doesn't go on the carpet. That's about the extent of it. But this Young Mighty Joe is not all there mentally, and he is a physical specimen. I mean, he's not very big, but he is strong. I mean, I've seen him lifting people 3 times his size.
We saw him lift the Broad River Brawler and for a monkey flip.
Yeah, I mean,
he's got, for someone his size, he has got the strength of 1,000 apes.
Yeah, never rule out strength and insanity.
Yes.
It's a heck of a combo.
Absolutely. So, all that to say, you don't want to miss out on this event. It's going to be incredible. The cash-in, cash-out scramble, the first round matchups of the tournament, and then the Saturday main event, we crown the very first champion of Kraken Pro Wrestling.
Oh, I'm excited to see who gets that beautiful belt.
It's going to be incredible. So, don't miss out on it. Go check it out. Kraken Pro Wrestling this weekend, the 17th and 18th in Tifton, Georgia. All right. It's time for some high spots and botches.
Let's do it.
All right. So, as far as high spots go, there was quite a few things that I was impressed with this week. Number one for me, Ricochet and Dragunov in the first round.
Did I call it or did I call it? Like
Holy
that match.
Cow.
And then say not to downplay the rematch between Gunther and Sheamus, because that was an absolute slap fest.
Yeah.
And holy mother, did he light Sheamus up.
Did you see his back? Like, his fingerprints were still on his shoulder blade.
Dude, they could have taken DNA and fingerprints off of Sheamus's chest.
Oh, man. It was everything I thought it was going to be.
But Ricochet versus Dragunov, AEW, you can't claim this is where the best wrestle, okay? Because Ricochet and Dragunov, that's as good as any match in any AEW, but it was produced well. The story, there was a reason for them to be fighting. It wasn't just an opener for with no context. I could watch that kind of a match over and over and over again. I'm so glad that they got to meet. Ricochet, I knew he wasn't going to win. I knew they're going to push Dragunov. I don't have a problem with that. I am looking forward to the Ilya Walter rematch or Ilya Gunter rematch. I'm super excited about all that. But for them to be able to showcase that, I've got to believe at some point Ricochet is going to get his flowers and a genuine, real push at some point. I mean, the guy is just he's a 5-star machine.
Yes.
He doesn't have bad matches.
No.
They're doing the stuff with speed, and he's very good in that stuff, but I would really like to see him get a real, genuine push. But good win by Dragunov. He came out. If you didn't know who he was at the beginning of that match, you
know him now.
You know him now.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic high. That's my high spot as well.
I was going to use that one, but then I also thought of Tamatonga's entrance.
Okay, so I'm gonna actually go. Okay, so the pyro and the choreography of how they enter and everything, I'm all for. But this is something I wanted to talk about. And I saw somebody posted an article about it, and it was an aha moment. Whoever is doing the music, the entrance themes, it's not Jim Johnson, it's not CFO anymore. And to me, CFO did amazing stuff. Like everything they did with NXT and what they did, during the I guess from like 2018 to about 2022, when they were doing everything, those entrances are all fantastic. Bianca Belair's, Bobby Roode's, Finn Balor's, like all of those, like all of these ones are fantastic. Name me one good entrance that's come out in the last 2 years for a wrestler that they didn't already have.
See, that's hard to tell. Well,
no, there's not, because they suck. All the new entrances are generic, and they say the person's name, and then it's just generic music.
Wait, did LA Knights come out just recently?
LA Knights was CFO.
Okay.
LA Knight when he came to NXT, LA Knights was CFO.
Okay, all right. I couldn't remember.
No, the Tama Tonga, some of these newer people, like nothing sticks out. Nothing.
Well, wait. What about Dragunov's new entrance? Because he had a different one before.
Is it better or worse?
Honestly, I mean, I like either one.
All I'm saying is we need better entrance music. The stuff that's coming out from this new group is generic, and it's just, it says the name of the wrestler and then the music plays. Yeah. Like I get it. I mean, it's not bad. It's just, I don't know.
We want more.
Entrance music has always been something that WWE has done better than any promotion ever. Like when WWE and WWF had the Monday, or WWF and WCW had the Monday Night Wars, that was one thing that was very clear. Yeah. Like WCW had a couple entrance themes that were unique and really good. Like you had the Goldberg theme, you had NWO. I'd say Buff Bagwell's and the Crow stings were good. But like everybody else's were just generic. Go back and watch Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio. Yeah. DDP's is kind of a ripoff of a Nirvana song. It wasn't good. And then like in TNA, there was maybe Get Ready to Fly for AJ Styles was decent.
That one I think defined, like, because anytime you think TNA, you think of Get Ready to Fly.
Yeah, and the rest of them were kind of like Jarrett's and Angle's were kind of, it's like neener. Yeah. It sounded like a car going off at the beginning of the song. But TNA, I'll say one thing I'll give to Tony, AEW, not a lot of great original, but that guy's got enough money. He pays for the masters of things. So you've got guys who have got straight up, professional made, songs from actual music artists that are on iTunes. Right. So, I mean, AEW's got good music, but I don't know. I want to hear when something new comes out, I want something that's going to like give that person persona just in the music alone. Yeah, definitely. And what I will say is that the Tama Tonga entrance on SmackDown was awesome with the pyro and the graphics and their entrance, but the music let me down.
Would you say that was your botch for this week, or do you have something different?
No, it wasn't really my botch. My main botch this week is the situation with Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta and the multiple pile drivers and everything that Trent Beretta did to Orange Cassidy, and then he gets up and then... And I don't have a problem with Orange Cassidy winning the match, but the way that they did it, it no-sold everything Trent did. Yeah. And
that was my botch, but my main one was the pile driver that he took on the steel steps, and then not 2 minutes after that, he's getting up and he's got a steel chair in his hand ready to fight again. It's like I can't remember, was it Eric Bischoff or was it Jim Cornette or someone in an interview that was talking about this? And they were saying, it's probably Eric Bischoff.
I bet you it was both, but I think it was probably Bischoff because he's been the most outspoken.
He was saying that, and I agree with him 100% on this, the fact that someone of his size gets pile driven through the steel steps and gets up, it's like someone of his size should be out cold, like needing a stretcher, getting a medical attention, having people wheel him out. Yeah,
we're not talking about a clothesline. We're not talking about a DDT. We're not talking about a super kick. We're not talking about a move that at one point was a finishing move, but at this point is an everyday business as usual, can be done 15 times in a match move. We're talking about pile drivers. And pile drivers, even though they're not you know, in the 70s when Jerry Lawler did it, it was considered an illegal move. Like,
yeah.
Well,
and even in Lucha Libre in AAA, like, it's considered an illegal move.
Yeah. You know, pile drivers to this day are still a only in small doses kind of move. So when you do one, it needs to mean something. It needs to be meaningful. We're protecting
it needs
the
to
move,
have substance.
and we're protecting the talent too, because that move really does put the talent at their most vulnerable. They have no control of the situation. They're completely putting their body, their career, their life in the other wrestlers' hands. And these wrestlers are skilled and they're doing it right. But I mean, when you have someone like Owen Hart, who grew up, you know, wrestling his entire life, he still made a mistake, and it cost Stone Cold years of his career.
I was about to make the same reference.
You know, like, it doesn't matter how professional you are, mistakes can happen. You're out there and you're wrestling, you get sweaty, you know, so things can slip a little bit. Accidents can happen. So when a pile driver happens, it needs to be important.
Absolutely.
It doesn't need to be repeated multiple times
No.
and have no value whatsoever.
Yeah.
When I saw Trent giving him multiple pile drivers, I'm thinking to myself, oh, this is great. He's obliterating Orange Cassidy. He's going to win. They're going to really put some heat on Trent Beretta and let him be a good bad guy. But no, we've got a guy who's been a good guy for the beginning of AEW. He finally turns. He finally says, I've had enough of losing because you guys don't have it in him. Like, a little bit of reality and art mixes in with the whole Chuck Taylor situation, which we can talk about more. But other than the fact is, Chuck Taylor legitimately might never wrestle again.
Right.
That's not just a work. That's a work shoot.
Yeah.
You have all this, and you have the ability to serve up and make Trent like a really good heel. This guy is really talented. He's a fantastic worker. Does he probably need a little bit of work on the mic? Yes, he does. But if you make him an absolutely just heinous heel, that will buy him credit to get better on the mic.
Right.
And do they do that? No. No, they completely bag an opportunity to build a heel, which they desperately need.
Right.
And Trent Beretta just jobs out to Orange Cassidy after giving him multiple pile drivers, one of which on the outside of the ring. Like, make it make sense.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see.
We'll never see, because we say this every week.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Hopefully things get better.
Yeah, we can only hope it gets better, because there's
Double or Nothing's right
every
around
time
the
I
corner.
think it can't get worse.
I mean, Double or Nothing's right around the corner. Maybe something will come of it. But anyway, guys, that's been our episode for this week. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for listening. Like we said before, go check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. You can go see all of our content from previous episodes and our commentary episodes as well. But also, make sure to go check out Kraken Pro Wrestling's page on their YouTube channel and Facebook for more information about upcoming events. And you don't want to miss out on their event coming up this weekend on the 17th and 18th, and Southern Wrestling Traditions event on the 18th as well. But like we always like to say, guys, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And as always, keep it 5 stars.